Hey everyone, it's Aaron Flutter here, and I am here setting up for December. And I'm really excited about this one because this is one that I've been waiting for a long time in order to, get it just right. Which I don't know if I've gotten it just right, but so far I have sketched things out and I'm pretty fond of it. So hopefully that continues. This month's theme is Christmas at Hogwarts. So I asked you guys in a poll, what are your favorite Christmas at Hogwarts or Harry Potter Christmas things in the movies or in the books or whatever. So you guys have given me a list. I created my own list, and I'm actually minimizing my stuff here for December just because I feel like I need a month, especially when my spreads are going to be a little bit more intricate, to not have to worry about monthly type stuff. So I've minimized a little bit and I'm excited to get started. Okay, so here is my December spread. Like I said, I'm going to be adding a lot more Hogwartsy situations, like your favorite scenes and stuff like that as I continue to go on. But I'm trying to keep it a little bit simpler this month. So I just have my at a glance on this front page with Professor Flitwick putting up a star on the tree in the Great Hall. I used these metallics and these metallics to give it a little bit of a shimmer to the page. So as you can see, I really like the shimmer, especially the white gold with the blue gold. It looks really nice. So I decided to forego doing habit trackers this month. I just wasn't really turning back to them in November. I don't know if it's because I've been a little bit busier in November, but I didn't find myself going back to them, so I didn't feel like I needed to go back to them a lot. So because a lot of these things I've like created as a habit, minus Pinterest, I'm really bad at that. But a lot of these things I've done pretty well at creating them as a habit, or I don't really need to track it because I'm not doing it anymore. So I decided to forego that and do a master list because this is a spread that I turn back to over and over again in November because I have a lot of big projects that are going on at the beginning of this fiscal year. So I really needed to be able to continually reference that. So I decided to add the little candles. I know the Great Hall in the winter snows, but I wanted to keep the snow for the other page, so I decided to just continue on with the candles and do like a little bit of floating candle magic on here. So I will fill all this out with some of my projects and like major tasks and things like that, things that take more than just a day or things that I will need to go back to. So, or things that I need to do, but it's not really the time yet, so I really want to like just keep it on the back of my mind. Those are things that go in this master list. The second one is my travel/events tracker, which I decided to do in this big monthly calendar again because it worked pretty well last month when I was tracking mine and Tyler's travel for the month. I decided to call them events because there are things like my company's holiday party and things like that that I just want to note in here. So I decided to do that. I'll list the things with the dates over here on this side, and then I'll use my skinny washi tapes, maroon for me, green for him, to note the actual days of those, and I'll just run it across the bottom here. Maybe I can give you a little bit of a taste. For example, this is what I did for Tyler, where I ran it just across the bottom and then I put where that thing was. So that's what I'll do again this time. Of course, I have Hagrid trudging through the snow with the tree that goes in the Great Hall. And then I had to include this quote because I didn't really know how to do this in terms of an illustration. Maybe I'll figure that out as I go along and it'll be included in my weekly. But one of my favorite things is when Harry and Ron exchange Happy Christmas, and it just made me so happy. Sorry for all the British people out there. That was terrible. I'm not British. Sorry. So I really love that quote, so I decided to put it up there, and then I have all this beautiful shimmery for the snow. And I think I went a little overboard up here, but that's fine. And then back by popular demand is my one line a day. I decided to use Molly's knit sweaters or jumpers, whatever they call them, for the headers because I really wanted to incorporate those more than just what I'm going to do in my weekly. So I decided to incorporate them in these titles. So I have a maroon and gold one, a green and silver one, and then I didn't really realize that 2 greens would have been too much, so I decided to do a little yellow one, which I used $9.93 for that. So 1 line a day, same as it's always been, and I used N something or other, M15 maybe? No, lighter. N95, I think, to do the gray lines. Sorry, it's there's no more, so I can't really give you an exact one. It might be 85. I'm not quite sure. If I figure it out, again, all the things that I've used will be in the description below. And then this is just a simple synopsis of that day, or one thing that I want to take away from that day. It can be gratitude-wise. It can just be something that happened that day, or a milestone, or something like that. Some days I've said sugar is the devil. That's a popular one in the past. So I have all of that. And then I'm doing something a little bit differently for my mood tracker. I've been doing the same thing for the past couple months, and I love that tracker, but I just don't really think I'm gonna have some energy for it in December. So I decided to do this mood and sleep tracker because I really wanted to see how my sleep schedule was affecting my mood. So these are going to be line graphs going from 1 to 31, where I rank my mood for the day on a scale of 1 to 10, and then my sleep, how many hours I slept, from 0 to 10. I don't normally sleep more than 10 hours. Sometimes I'll get to the 9.5 range, but it's generally not over 10. So I want to see how my sleep affects my mood, and I figured these dueling line graphs would be a really good way of doing that. So I hope you guys like this monthly, even though it's pretty simple this time, but I enjoyed how, and then he felt a little off, so I colored him in off camera. So I really like how this turned out, guys, and I hope you guys do too. If you do, leave me a comment below letting me know what you think. Let me know what theme you're doing this month. I'm really excited to hear. And if any of this inspires you at all, please go ahead and recreate it. Tag me on Instagram at erinfloateddesigns. Tag me in the photo, not just in the caption, because it's easy to miss those. And I will show you recreations in my next monthly, or in a video in the next month. Sometimes I'm not so great at it. I don't think I had any recreations last month, so I don't have any beautiful things to show you, but you can always go and see things that people tagged me in just for funsies on my Instagram at erinfloateddesigns. So if you like this video, like, subscribe, notification bell, all that kind of jazz, and I will see you on Monday. Bye, everyone.